And this is Kendra with Truth TV, and I'm back with another video. Now, I decided to ask Google something because of a video that I seen. And I'm going to probably post a video during this and let it play for you. But it was like, I just asked Google quickly, are other races of women more submissive than black women? And Google said, well, no particular race is inherently more submissive than others. The notion of submission is not a biological trait of racial groups, but a harmful stereotype. Okay? It is a harmful stereotype. Research has shown that these kinds of stereotypes are based on social perceptions, and have real world consequences, such as affecting don't know how to say this, a negotiation, I'm sorry if I'm saying it, outcome or dating preference. Right. So when they talk about whether or not black women are submissive, right, it comes with a negative connotation, right? Because inherently, no woman is submissive, right? And let me explain why, but I'm going to show this video first. Here we go. I'm going to play this video. Sorry if it has no volume.
Look, they're skipping over you black women because of the way that you were raised.
Right.
Let me run that by you again. They are not skipping over to the white women or the Asian women.
And let's be clear, it's a very small percentage of these athletes that date outside their race. The only reason why we know this is because they put a magnifying glass to the ones that date outside their race, giving this illusion. All these black athletes actually marry more in their black community than they do any other community. But I digress. And they marry Asian women even more or less than they do white women, and marry black women more than they marry any white or Asian or Hispanics. But I digress. Let's go on.
They are trained to be appreciative.
Okay, let's
Americanized black woman. The reason why these successful men are skipping over you, it's not the way that you look, but it's the way that you carry yourself. These other women, they were conditioned, they are programmed, they are trained to be wives. They are trained to be helpmates. They are trained to be submissive. They are trained to cater.
Okay, so no, they aren't. The only reason why a lot of these other races of women are what you say submissive, because we are very submissive, compromise in every way. That's how you guys are able to live with us for a long time and not have jobs. But I digress. Let's talk about it. A lot of white Asian women are husbands, let me say, are men own countries, where the countries that they own, there's a patriarchy that's heavy in it. Whether you go to Asia, whether you go to Europe, whether you go to any part of the world where these white, Hispanic, and Asian men own and even Africans own, right, and control their country. In that society is heavily patriotic, which means they in those patriotic societies, they left their women beneath them. They feel like they're higher than their women. So they treat their women according to whatever their patriarchal society has stipulated. These women are not submissive because they desire to be. They're submissive because the patriarch system that they live under left them no choice. Where in the black community, they have stifled our men. Right? They have emasculated our men, right? And our men do not own his own country. So the black man, including the black woman, is under white supremacist patriarchy, right? So you're not the head of the household because the white man has your country, right? I want you to hear me when you talk about the submission of other races, right? You yourself as a black man is under a regime and system where I, as a black woman, had to help you in that system to fight for freedoms and rights, where white, Hispanic, and Asian women did not have to go through that. So when you are talking about the role of submission in the black community, black women greatly submit, and you never needed me to be a second-class citizen. Black men love that we spoke up. That's why there were black women in the Black Panther movements. That's why there were black women who were also speaking and having speeches with Martin Luther King and acting black women activists, because our men never thought we were second-class citizen. It is not until they started this red pill, blue pill garbage, white America started, that made black men feel like the black women need to fade in the back. And you want to know the real reason why they keep trying to make you muzzle black women? Is because white men cannot handle the fact that black women are the epitome of strength, and that they stand up and they say what they feel, what they think, and what they know. We care to be seen, heard, and educated, and we dispel all their fictitious insecurities and let them have it, and they don't like it. So they want black men to muzzle us by trying to be like, if you don't be quiet, black women, your men not gonna like you. And black women like, we don't give a fuck, we not gonna be quiet. That is all they're using black men for. They need black men to muzzle black women from telling the truth and standing up for something. Black men never, ever, ever in history saw black women as second-class citizen, ever, until he got under the white regime. We were equal, and he was all right with that. He loved his outspoken women who would dare to stand up and protect him at any given cause. Now they trying to take that same, they trying to take us and make it negative to you. Don't listen to white men. They're just, they don't like women. They like boys. They like prepubescent little boys. So they want you to always muzzle your women for threats of walking away. We're not going to be muzzled, and we're not going to be quiet, and you're going to deal with that. We are not submissive, because to be submissive is compromise. We have compromised a great detail of our lives for men. Giving birth is a compromise. Your physique, your body, your well-being, health, and even your life. That is a compromise when she chooses to be with you. Some women compromise their education, compromise their jobs to be with you. We compromise a great deal. That is what submission is. And I'm sorry if you do not like a woman who knows how to articulate and defend herself. That's your own insecurity. If you're a man who can't take an articulative woman, then that goes to show that you're probably brain dead. Okay? Ain't got nothing to do with me. But what you're not going to do is masculate me while being effeminate yourself. Black women are the most submissive, and I said this in another video, than any woman. We are the only one who can compromise with a lazy ass man and dare to make that man feels like he has a right to lay down all day and do absolutely nothing. How many black women deal with a man who have laid in her house talking about a rap career that he never took off and did nothing with? How many? How many black women have dealt with black men's infidelity even when he brings children into it? From women that he was, from loose women, while trying to act like he's submitting to you. We are very submissive. If we weren't, how come we did so dirty? The very same thing black men talk about the very same thing that when black men talk about dating white women, what they say, I could do what I want, she won't complain. That's what you do to us. That's why they, look at white women when they started dating black men. They becoming baby mamas, right? Well, they were already becoming baby mamas by white men, but now they're becoming baby mamas by black men. Y'all not staying with them and marrying them. As a matter of fact, statistically proven, black men and white women divorce higher than black men and black women and white men and white women. They divorce higher than same race couples. Black women and white men statistically stay together more than black men and white women. But you say black women are the issue. I digress. So when you're talking about submission, understand, black men, all right? Those women aren't trained to be wives. They are not trained to be submissive. The patriarch society that their husbands or the men in their lives control will allow nothing else. And the submission that those men in those patriarchal societies control, a lot of it is rape, abuse, and murder. So unless you're saying that you want the ability to rape, abuse, and murder your women, right, which you do anyway, right, that's what you're fighting for. Not respect, not love, not mutual understanding, but to be able to rape, abuse your women without any consequence. You're trying to turn into a white man, and that's